Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be discussing 10 ways to craft irresistible, open-worthy, amazing subject lines that get your emails noticed above the rest. If you're new here, my name is Emily. I help e-commerce brand owners elevate their brand and their business with email marketing. So if that sounds interesting to you, hit subscribe, like, and let me know what you want to see more of. I'm releasing new videos every week. So let's get started. So I think it goes without saying that having really solid subject lines is important. If you're putting all this effort into creating an amazing email and working out your email marketing, Sorry, my dogs wanted to be let in the room. If you're putting in all this effort into creating beautiful emails with visually appealing content and strong calls to action, there's no point in that. It's a complete waste of time if people are not opening your email or if your email is going straight to your spam folder. So the first thing is that great subject lines will increase engagement and they will increase your open rate. Secondly, great subject lines can build trust. How do they do that? Well, they set the expectation for what people are going to find within the email. So if you have clear subject lines that align with your email content, that builds trust. Whereas on the other hand, if you're using clickbaity subject lines that have nothing to do with the email content, you're going to cause a breakdown of trust and people are more likely going to flag you as spammy. And lastly, great subject lines are less likely to land in your spam folder. Now, there's a whole list of spam trigger words that you should avoid using in your subject lines. So check out my other email on those words and how to improve your sender reputation. And just to share two interesting stats, did you know that 64% of recipients decide to open or delete an email based on the subject line alone? Shout out HubSpot. Another source says that the subject line alone is enough to entice 47% of people to open emails. So it just shows how important this small line of text is in your overall email marketing strategy. So let's get started. 10 ways to craft irresistible subject lines. So the first one is personalization. What does this mean? This basically means just using the person's first name in your subject line. Your email marketing software will have a specific personalization tag. So what it means is copying and pasting that tag into your subject line. Some research suggests that personalized subject lines using a person's first name are 26% more likely to be opened. So craft a subject line that includes a person's name. That will help to get your email recognized. Why don't you try, "Hey first name, we've got something special for you." Or, "First name, check this out." Second hot tip, use urgency. Use subject lines that create a sense of urgency, like "limited time offer" or "you're not going to want to miss this." Thirdly, spark a little bit of curiosity by enticing people or intriguing them to find out what's inside. How about "unlock these special deals" or "this is the secret to glowing skin"? Fourth, exclusivity. So highlight the fact that this is personal and for that person only, or at least that they're part of an exclusive portion of your customer base. I like to use exclusivity when I'm inviting people to become part of our ambassador program, which if you're an e-commerce brand, you're going to want to have set up. So I send people an email saying, "You're invited to become part of our exclusive ambassador program." This makes them feel special and more likely to engage and interact with that kind of content. 5, focus on the benefit. Now, this goes for all forms of marketing. You want to focus on the benefit to the consumer, the transformation that they can expect to see, versus the features of your product or service. You can use this marketing principle in your subject lines, like "discover the top 10 beauty hacks for glowing skin." Number 6, emojis. Who doesn't like an emoji that brings out a little bit more emotion in a message? So incorporate eye-catching emojis into your subject line that maybe in some way have something to do with what you're trying to put across. For example, let's say you have a sale on the go. Why not use one of the gift emojis? Maybe you're sending a thank you message from your founder to someone who has just purchased. Why not use a little heart or a happy face emoji? 7, storytelling. Now, who doesn't love a good story? This is once again something that you want to use throughout your marketing. If you're able to create a really compelling story around your brand, your product, the specific benefits, you're going to be able to resonate well with your consumers. So again, we're going to try do this in our subject lines. Something like how Emily transformed her look with our latest collection. Or maybe you're a skincare brand, how Sarah saved her skin with these 3 simple steps. 7, personal achievement. So here we want to appeal to our recipients' desire for achievement or personal growth. So what about level up your productivity with brand name? Or become unbeatable with these 3 skills. 9, social proof. As always, people trust people. So leverage references to other people that have found success using your product or service. And this is one way to build trust with your wider audience. What about join over 10,000 happy customers who love our product? Or incorporate social proof and storytelling with an email about how Daniel made X using your product. And lastly, number 10 is scarcity. In the same way that urgency inspires people to action, scarcity does that too. So here we would highlight limited quantities or availability, but keep in mind we don't want to do this all the time because we want our scarcity to have weight, as in when we say there are only 10 spaces available for this webinar, we actually mean it, else people will lose trust with our brand if we overuse it. So we could try something like 10 spaces available, get your spot now, or last chance to do something before time runs out. So these are just 10 principles that are really helpful when you're coming up with subject lines. And they're not completely mutually independent of each other. You can mix and match and kind of use 2 in one subject line. And what I would ideally say is use A/B testing to see which kinds of subject lines resonates best with your audience. Now I want to hear from you. What do you think is the best subject line that you've ever come up with for an email, for yourself or for a client? Comment below. And as always, if you like this video, please like, subscribe, and let me know what you want to see next. Have a beautiful day.